Hello everybody and welcome back to Enigmatica 6 Expert. In today's episode, we refine crude oil. We break it down into 4 different liquids as you can see behind me, and then use one of those liquids to create plastic. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, so today we're going to be refining some oil. So last episode we managed to get ourselves a PneumaticCraft pressure chamber and all this set up. And we managed to make ourselves the crafting component blueprint. Now because of this we can make ourselves iron, vacuum tubes and steel mechanical components, which are definitely going to be needed now today. So what we're going to be doing is refining oil, and to refine oil of course we're going to have to pump some oil. Now, we do have a few oil sources on the surface nearby, but I would like to have a better source than just a pool of oil in the ground. See, we have one over here, we have one over here, one across the water. It's actually quite everywhere. There's like 4 of them or 5 of them just over here. That's not oil, that's just basalt. So yeah, we've got plenty of oil nearby just to get started, but I'd like to make myself a pump jack from immersive engineering now today. Because if we can get one of those set up, it'll also be pretty good for being able to find out where we're going to be setting up excavators now soon as well. Since now we're going to be making ourselves a core sample drill. And to make that, we're going to need iron mechanical components. So let's head inside here, and I have been crushing up a lot of plates for the time being. So you can see I have like copper, iron, lead, steel, tin. Plenty of plates to get us going, because I think it's copper plates I'm going to need now soon for something I can't necessarily remember. Was it copper plates? I know it was for a sequenced assembly, but I can't remember what it was now. But anyway, we just need iron mechanical components. Oh wait, maybe it was for the iron mechanical components. Oh no, it's just 2 iron and 1 copper. Maybe I misread the item list. Anyway, copper. So give me out like a stack of copper here. And that should allow me to make ourselves 32 of these iron mechanical components, unless it gives us 2 each, because then I'll have a whole stack. So let's drop it in, and yeah, it only gives us 1 each. So I could actually go get another stack of iron and just make ourselves a whole stack of these iron mechanical components. They're not going to go to waste making light engineering blocks anyway, so it's not a problem. So there we go. So let's chuck these in the system and get to work on making ourselves this core sample drill. Now the other thing is we're going to need to provide it with power. So that means I'm going to need another flux cell to be able to give this thing power. Lucky enough, we should be easy to make one. There we go. So if I can just plug this thing with power in over here, just for a moment, and just get this thing filled with power. Wait, why is there no power going into this thing? Is this need... Oh, I need to configure it. So back will be input. Yes, okay. And then when we're putting it down at the core sample drill, we can just make it so all sides are export. So light engineering blocks require LV wire, invar gears, aluminium sheet metal, and iron mechanical components. Do we have any of that stuff? Oh, we do. Oh, okay. And how many does it make per one? It makes 2. Okay, that's perfect. So steel fence, we can make that relatively easily. Now the steel mechanical or the steel sheet metal, I don't know, did I buy enough off the villager already? I might have, so we'll see if we can make it now. In just a second, as soon as the items make it back to the system. Steel fence not found. Oh, it made its way back. Okay, we'll just all click and see if everything was back. 300, 400k power. Okay, that's probably more than enough. I doubt we'll ever need more than that. And there we go, our core sample drill. So, let's turn on chunk borders just so we can see, because usually oil and whatever other resource we're looking for is found within single chunks. Ideally, I would like to find oil right here, because I could set up a pump jack like right here, or even right here, because I'm going to be set up the oil refinery in just behind that wall there. Even over any of these chunks, just right next to the factory would be good. So we'll check out this chunk here first. And what we'll do is we'll put this down in front, and what we'll do is set it to all sides export. Well, actually, that's actually a good one we can use. Input and output on all sides. So if I right click this now, you can see the little drill in the center goes down, samples the core, comes back up, and it should spit out a little sample core piece. Oh, actually I have to right click to take it out. But there we go. We can see this core saturation is 34% silt. So expected yield from this silt is about 30,000 ores. So silt is just a mixture of like gravel, clay. Actually, this book right here will tell us everything we need to know. We go to heavy machinery, excavator, minerals. If we fly through this until we find silt, I might have already passed it. Yeah, I passed it already. All the way back to the start. Actually, did I? No, I didn't. I didn't pass it yet. Oh, here it is, silt. So yeah, clay, sand, and gravel. So right here, it's clay, sand, and gravel. We got hard metamorphic rock, about 33%, and there's no fluid. So in total, this entire chunk should reveal 35,000 ores. That's only going to be clay, gravel, and sand though. So this area is kind of useless. So I can put this down, like shift right click it, and it'll mark what this chunk has. And all I have to do now is just pick it up and move to another chunk. So like right here, what are we going to find? Okay, it's done drilling, and in this chunk we have laterite, more silt, and no... Oh, it's a water reservoir. Okay, so this place is no good unless we want tons of water, but of course we can use mechanism pumps and infinite water sources to make as much water as we want. So yeah, this water reservoir is useless, and more silt and laterite. What is actually laterite? Isn't laterite like a special ore that we can use? Let's see, laterite. There it is, laterite. It's a mixture of iron and aluminium. So aluminium is one resource that's definitely that we're kind of lacking in. So this wouldn't be a bad chunk to mine up. So we could put an excavator here and just mine up the aluminium and iron. What about right here? How bad is this chunk? If I have to, I can remove this tree and put it like here instead. I'm not too worried about it. Let's see. 100% laterite and another water reservoir. But you can see it's only 26% saturated. So you're not going to get that much out of it, but expected yield is still 33,000 different resources. So this area is kind of just full of water and iron and aluminium. Let's try a random one over here and just see. All right, and we got hard metamorphic rock, bituminous coal, and crude oil reservoir. So right here is actually perfect, because here's what I was actually first thinking about setting up a pump jack if I had one perfectly. So yeah, we can set up a pump jack right here and run it up into the roof up there, no problem. So yes, this is what we're going to do. We're going to create ourselves a pump jack right here, pump out as much oil as we can, get it into a, what's it called? Into an oil refinery, whatever it is. I just want to check a few more sources around here, because if I can find like a diamond diamond one, that'd be pretty good, or at least a silver, because silver is definitely a material I'm also lacking in. Fluorite, apatite, and gina. So a kimberlite. Wait, this is found in the undergarden and the tomb. Okay, yeah. Which one's galena? Okay, if I can find myself a galena chunk, that'll be good. Water reservoir, no good. You know what? I'll probably go checking for them later on anyway. Like, I could probably check down here near the water. Doubt we're going to get anything good here. I could spend all day checking every chunk around here just to see what stuff we can get. But yeah, so now we know there's crude oil right here. And I think even just looking at it, yeah, it tells you everything. Crude oil reservoir. Now we need to start looking into picking up everything we're going to need. As you can see, metamorphic rock and no reservoir. So I'm going to put this stuff away. I'm actually going to hold onto it in my bag here, because it's actually kind of useful to have. And if we head over here now, let's see what we can need to make ourselves a pump jack. Let's get rid of my chunk borders and make ourselves this pump jack now. So for pump jacks, let's go back to, I think it's light and, is it light ones? Simple machinery? No. Is it actually? No, it's oil processing. Here we go. So this is what the pump jack looks like. We made one before, so you should know what it looks like. And now, if we go up here, yep, you can see these are all the materials we're going to need. Here, we need 11 steel scaffolding, 2 light engineering blocks, 6 treated wood fence, 1 redstone engineering block, 2 heavy engineering blocks, a block of steel, 4 steel sheet metal, and 4 fluid pipe. So let me see if I can grab all these materials quickly. Okay, I believe I have everything for it now. So, hopefully now we'll be able to make this, pump it up, and I did make myself like 28 of these giant fluid tanks. I think even just the 6 alone that's in there holds 80 buckets. Now, of course, we won't be able to store all, like, 12... Wait, how many buckets was this? Yeah, 12 million millibuckets, which is 12... Wait, that's only 12,000 buckets. What? Am I reading this right? Yeah, there's only 12,000 buckets. Oh, there's still a lot, though. That only holds 80 buckets, so... Yeah, I'm thinking of this wrong. I thought that was a lot less than it was. Anyway, now, let's see if I can actually remember exactly how you make this. Now, the fluid is going to come out either side. And I'm trying to think now, if I remember correctly, I believe it's shaped like this. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to look at it. Yep, okay, I wasn't sure if just this was here or not. So oil is going to come out here and here. So that's not a problem. And now we'll just do this. So all 3 in the back, except for 1 right here. I don't actually think it matters what side. Actually, you know what? I'm going to rotate this 90 degrees. Just so it's easier to access the power line right there. So for instead, let's build it like this. So build it out like this. And leave 1 block there for our light engineering blocks, which is going to go up 2. Our redstone one's going to go there. We'll have our steel scaffolding there. I believe the treated wood now goes up either side like this, up 3 lots. Right, oh, yep, I knew that would happen. And put that there, and then I think you put steel sheet metal across here to there, and then 2 steel blocks down like that. This comes back another 2. I'm trying to build this off memory here. Double check I'm still doing it correctly. Yes, I am. And these 2 heavy engineering blocks go right here. And then, oop, I forgot to get the engineering hammer. There we go. I hope I'm not wasting my time with this and this actually does work. Then you click this block here. Invalid structure. Missing games. I need a game stage? Wait a second. What? Obtain a medium machinery schematics. Wait. How hard is this to get? Engineer school project. Oh, God. Construction tools. Pneumatic jack. Compressed iron drill bit. Wait, what fluid is that? Lubricant. Bandages. Drop of... Oh. And then this one here requires 60 enchanted golden apples and needs 6 sequences. Oh my... 250! I think I showed these before, but oh my god, I didn't even notice I needed this yet. 500? You've got to be kidding. They're all built... I need 5 times... I need 2,000 materials. 2,000 times 4. I need 6,000 treated wood? Are you kidding? Well, it seems like we will not be doing the pump jack today. I didn't even notice the game stage stuff. Wait, so you're telling me I need this for like our squeezer, a sawmill, or that's for the immersive engineering refinery. The mixer, the fermenter, the excavator, the diesel generator. Oh my god. I was hoping to make an excavator soon. You're telling me I can't even do this? I'm going to leave this here like the way it is, but damn, I was not expecting that. Okay, we need to do something else then. I mean, okay. Yeah, I'm speechless. I did not even notice that. Right, okay. Give me out some mechanism tanks then, because this is the only tank I know that I can be able to store up all the oil I need. Stop coming back, you stupid items. Okay, make me like 10 of them, because I'm going to need like 10 tanks now to collect all the oil I'm going to need now today. Oh, let me go over here and collect as much oil as I can now. Oh my god. Okay, so I've got myself 5 full tanks of crude oil and then another tank here with 22 buckets in it, so we've got a lot of oil to work with. Now, to refine it, we're going to need this refinery output and this refinery controller. Refinery controller is going to require a small fluid tank and a superheating element, which is heat pipes, electron coils, heat sinks, and kiln blocks. Now, I don't know if I have any kiln. I think I went ahead and made a few more. Yes, I did. So I can chuck those in the system, no problem. Now, the next thing is the superheating heat sinks. So that's compressed iron and iron bars. Can I make a few of these? So that's 3. How many does it make per one, or is it 1 to 1? Okay, it's 1 to 1. There's 3 heat sinks, and that's only for 1 superheating element. So that means I need like 1, 2, 3. I'm out of compressed iron. I had a feeling. Now, isn't there another way to make compressed iron now since we have the pressurized chamber? Yes, there is, but is it worth doing it this way? I think you only save 1 obsidian by doing it, but I mean, I can buy obsidian B, so that's not a problem. How much heat sinks do I actually already have? Heat pipes. I have plenty of heat pipes, but it doesn't look like I have any heat sinks. Unless actually in the reinforced chests that I have, since there's actually items I have in these chests that I could probably take out. There might be some heat sinks in them. Because I think I actually forgot to empty these chests when I first collected them from the villages. So let's see what items we have in these chests here. Random junk, nothing, some compressed armor, and some more vortex tubes. Okay, so nothing of value, unless there's anything in these wooden crates here. Nothing, and a steel mechanical component. Okay, yeah, so I don't have anything of use. So what I'll do is I'll just go ahead now and just quickly make myself a bunch of steel, compressed steel. And also while I'm at it, I said last episode I was going to actually make more of these liquid compressors. So let me just go ahead and make like, I don't know, 2 or 3 more of them. Okay, I should have everything to make everything now. I've made myself my extra 2 liquid compressors, and I think I have all the ingredients now to make the whole refinery. There we go. There's the refinery controller. All I need now is 4 outputs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. I actually went over to the village there and made the pressurized charger just to see. And of course, the villager didn't sell me any pipes because I wanted to make a few more pipes, but whatever. So now, if we grab ourselves out some pressurized tubes, it's actually not that difficult to make these tubes. It's just a piece of hardened glass and 2 compressed iron. I'm in the process of making myself another 2 stacks of compressed iron. I made 2 already, but I was just low on tar is our problem. I have like nearly another 2 stacks of tar in here. Actually, maybe I have enough now. I just need a total of full 4 stacks of it. Yeah, I do. Okay, perfect. I can go ahead and make another 2 stacks of compressed iron now after this. So let's head upstairs. I've already put down the oil tanks, and I'm pretty sure all I need to do now is just put down the oil refinery there and stack these on top. Now, it's been a while since I've done this, but I believe to get this thing even hotter, because I'm pretty sure you pump, or actually, yeah, am I thinking of this right? I think I have to put a vortex tube on it, put a heat sink on another side of it to cool it down. So actually, let me move this over 1 block to the right. So the controller will go here, and then these little guys will go on top of it. And you can see it has all 4. And if I remove 1, it'll only have 3. You can see this thing is blocked out. So yeah, if I put it back, there we go. So oil. How do we make the fuel? So as far as I'm aware, you pump crude oil into it, and then you raise the temperature. It seems it can only go up to about 100 degrees, but I'm sure it can go way hotter than that. Now, to make it hot, I think this is where the vortex tubes come in. So vortex, get me out the 4 that I have, and also the heat sinks. So heat sink, I have 6 of them, so give me out 4 of them. I don't know whether or not if the heat has to be just in the bottom block, or can it be on all sides? So let's grab our vortex tubes and stick it on the side like this. Is there a difference? Okay, there is. So you can see there's hot and cold. Now, how do I determine what side is the hot side? So it's the side I'm looking? So if I was to do this maybe, it looks like it actually is proper hitboxes on it. So it actually like points in the direction you're looking. And there actually is like, you can reach between the holes in the block. That's kind of cool. So if I do this, yeah, so there's the hot sides. And boom. So there we go. Now, how do I pump heat into it? And I think actually if I put in heat sinks here like this, actually cools it down. I could be completely wrong about this, but this is how I used to do it in the old version. Let's remove some of the pipes here. I know we're going to be losing our pressure now, but that's fine. So, just like that. Break this guy, since I don't really need him at the moment. I can just stick him up here. And let's get our tubes now on the front of it like this. Get rid of that, because I don't think you can output out to the right. So if I just connect it up like that, and these guys connect up like this, run this across. And now, if I go downstairs and grab myself out a bucket and grab a lot of that fuel, you can see we got quite a bit of fuel. Okay, so this guy should be turned on automatically because he doesn't have redstone thing. And if you're wondering how I got these speed upgrades, he actually came as a quest reward. Maybe I'll get one if I do this. Nope, just an omnidirectional hopper. But if I add a bucket of fuel into each one, because this guy I think already has 2 buckets. Yeah, 3 buckets actually. So these guys should be all producing pressure now, and you can see the temperature is rising quite rapidly actually. So these guys are pretty much taking the extra heat and dispersing it here. The colder this side gets, the hotter this side gets. You can see the north side, which is this direction, is at 136 and the south direction is at 13. Now, the higher this pressure gets, the more heat and cold this thing will produce. But you can see we're almost at 140, nearly 150 now. So this is where we can start bucketing in or piping in our crude oil if we wanted to. But there we go. LPG, gasoline, kerosene, and diesel. I'm just going to pump in quite a bit of it. I could just actually hook up some pipes. Actually, let me just go get some pipes and make it easier. So if I just grab pipes like this, disconnect these guys like this. Maybe just pump him back in. Oh no, what am I after doing? Okay, but this guy still should still fill with LPG. We just need a place to store it on now is the issue. So what way do we store this? Do we store this in more tanks? Do we store them in like the big create tanks? Because the LPG, I think what we're producing right now, so LPG, this fluid, I think you can sell a bucket of it for an emerald in this guy, but a thermopneumatic processing plant with LPG and coal makes molten plastic. Now, I think also you can use the other things to make biodiesel, which you're going to need to make the glycerol. I think we had a look at that last episode now as well. So it takes 100 LPG and a coal to make a whole... Okay, that can't be right. Make a whole bucket of plastic just from 100 LPG? Surely not, right? Okay, what else are things in this thing use? So, biodiesel and a piece of redstone can make lubricant. We don't need any of these things. No. Oh, actually, later on we'll be using this for the wills. So that'd be kind of good. Liquid coarse to make glass. No. That makes the plastic. I know there's something else in here we need. Like, diesel will make kerosene, and the kerosene can be used to make gasoline, and the gasoline can be used in here to make LPG. So each one can actually be turned into each other. So it seems. So you know what? I'm just going to get out like a big tank from Create. Or actually, you know what? Just give me out like 4 of these tanks just to store a little bit of it for now. They hold 32 buckets, so that shouldn't be a problem. So let's see. Just pump this out into here quickly. So this will have the LPG. Okay, so LPG will be this guy here. This is going to get kind of annoying right now. So you have LPG. If I put you there, disconnect it. Okay, so I can disconnect it before it pulls out. That's great. If it allows me to connect it the right way. There we go. So each tank then, I can just put on the front here and say extract. If I can get at it, it's hard to reach it. But there we go. So this guy has got diesel, kerosene, gasoline, and LPG. Now you can see the temperature is not as high to produce a lot of it. And if I just say extract there and just get this whole guy filled. There we go. So this will keep this guy filled, but you can see the temperature is not that high. So what I can do is actually speed him up a tiny bit. And this should increase the temperature a bit. Required temperature 100, but I'm pretty sure that... Actually, this hardly makes it go quicker. It does, but it reduces down the temperature. Right, but if I increase this thing maybe to 32 lots? Oh god, I may have accidentally lagged out and made it go 60. Actually, 60 doesn't seem to be too bad. How's the temperature now? It's alright. 98. There's like a good 100. 900 in this guy. Okay, it's actually not that bad. Give me out this guy here. And I'm going to put him right there. So this guy's empty. Now, let's go get some coal. Oh, okay. So this is how we make the biodiesel from PneumaticCraft. You need a fluid mixer with plant oil and ethanol. The ethanol from this guy comes from yeast culture, which is made how? Any type of mushroom and water. So it seems like we're going to need a lot of stuff. So we're going to need quite a big building. I actually underestimated how big of a building we're going to need now. So it's actually a good thing we didn't actually try and store all this stuff in that tiny building I did make over there. So doing it this way might be a bit better. Now the thing is, you're actually not producing as much LPG as I thought you would. Is it because you're not reaching the high enough temperature? No, it's just because you're not actually exporting it. There, my mistake. There we go, now you're exporting it out. A whole bucket. So if I throw that all in there, combined with the coal, and how much pressure does it require now? Let's see. Can I press U on that? No, I can't. Can I press U on the coal and find it in here? There we go. Okay. No, it just needs a certain temperature. But how do we increase the temperature? I'm guessing it's going to be similar to the way we're doing it here using vortex tubes. Right. Let me go get some more vortex tubes. Actually, I think I might need to make some. Okay, they're actually not that bad. Let me go make some. Okay, as I was making the vortex tubes, I forgot actually we're going to need this heat frame. And this heat frame is now how we're going to turn our liquid plastic into solid plastic once we make it. So to do this, we're also going to need now a chest. And I'm also thinking now, all of the coal that we're producing from our current ones, I don't know how this heat pipe here works, but if it is how it works like I'm thinking, we could use all the extra heat or the coal that has been produced on the heatsink side right here, unless this heat pipe connects to the heatsink. No. Okay, so what I want to do is remove the heat sinks here. I know this might heat up or cool down the thing differently. Wait, now it's negative? Oh, wow, okay, never mind. So I don't need to have heat sinks on it at all. I want to put the vortex tubes on top, if I can figure out how to do it properly. But this heat pipe now, as you can see, it's negative something. And what I do is put a chest down, say like right here, add this heat frame to it, and now you can see the thing is negative 60 degrees. It is getting really, really cold. And damn, this thing's actually getting a lot colder than I thought it would. But I believe the temperature might be rising. Yeah. The temperature is slowly like decreasing. But that's fine. I don't think we need that much. As long as it's over 100, it's okay. So, what we need to do... Oh, wow. This thing is really cooling this guy down. Cooking and cooling 0%. Anyway. So, the heat now. If we put a vortex tube, say... I want to put it underneath or above it. Can I... I want to face it up the way. Hang on. If I put this here and another pipe right there, break this pipe, can I just look up and then get it to work like this? Yes. Okay, good. And now I can just connect the pressure onto it like right here for now. And now this thing will start heating this guy up. As you can see, the required temperature is 100 degrees. And this guy is not going to be fast enough. So let's speed him up again to increase our pressure. And hopefully, would this also increase our temperature in here? No. It's also cooling our thing. So maybe I should actually maybe remove 2 of these and put back on some heat sinks just to make the temperature rise a bit higher. And that's now... Okay, maybe... I don't even know if this is working. Can these things be sped up? North temperature. South temperature. I honestly have no idea how this is working or not. Maybe it's working. I really do not know how this thing actually works properly. But you can see this thing is getting hotter, which is not what I want. So you know what? Let's keep it cool for now. We'll probably set up own individual settings of this later on once we build our own place. But this guy is now, should be cooling back down. Yes, he is. This guy's still not reached our desired temperature yet, but I can add a heatsink onto it right here, which should bring it up hotter. And let me just make this thing go really, really fast. Hopefully now we'll get to the right temperature. It's still over 100 degrees, which is good. So it's just mainly down to how much pressure we can produce. There we go. And boom, it actually does make a whole bucket, meaning we should get 10 buckets out of one bucket of LPG. But if we now grab out a bucket of this plastic that's being produced and put it into this cold chest, you can see the colder it is, I believe, actually, the more plastic you will end up making. So we got ourselves 8 plastic from 4 buckets. So grab out another 4 buckets and put them all back in. And it looks like we're getting 2 per each. So there we go, 16 plastic. Now with this plastic, we should be able to make like a load of other things. Advanced PCBs would be much easier to make. Pneumatic cylinders, different memory sticks. Anything that requires plastic now would be easy to make. Even syringes from RF Tools Utilities? Okay, don't know really what that does. But in here now we can make ourselves transistors, empty PCBs, capacitors. We can even make ourselves basic capacitors large. Yeah, we can do a lot of stuff now in here. And even for making windmills. Ooh, okay, wind generators. That's going to be something really important. Wait, how? We could easily make ourselves a wind generator now. Kinetic dynamo, andesite, brass. Damn, that's actually really easy. Okay, wind generators might be something I might need to look into doing soon. It'd probably be better than our actual, like, steam generation, because I actually have noticed that Stirling generators that we have running at the moment have kind of ran out of wood. Even though I've got this crazy tree farm, it kind of runs out of wood way too fast. Okay, never mind. I'm delusional then, because every time I come down here, it never had enough coke coal, or not just coke coal, just regular charcoal. See, some of them don't. Like, maybe I need to up my smelting, or maybe even make faster smelteries. But whatever, it's working. We got ourselves plastic. All I need to do now is do a stream where we actually build a proper factory of it now. Might even do that very soon. But yeah, how cold is this guy now? 200 degrees. Okay, actually, if it's 200 degrees, how much do you produce now? 2. Okay, never mind. Yeah, because I remember in here, it says in here, bonus output if it's below 0. So 1% chance for an extra sheet of plastic for each degree below 0. So, wait, did I read that right? Hang on. Bonus output of a 1% chance of an extra plastic sheet multiplier. If it's minus 200 degrees, does that mean it's like an extra 200% for a bonus? That means it's guaranteed, right? I don't know. There's 100 in here. Our temperature is not low enough because, of course, we're not producing enough pressure. Now, I'm wondering, do we continue PneumaticCraft next episode now as well? I think we should. If we continue PneumaticCraft, get its own building built, and get everything situated, we should be able to like automate making plastic, get this guy here automated, or at least maybe make ourselves as many speed upgrades as we can. Because now that we have all this, lubricant shouldn't be too hard. Lubricant, let's see. This requires biodiesel or diesel. No, just biodiesel. Okay, so yeah, the next episode we're going to make ourselves biodiesel, get this drop of glycerol, which is going to be, ooh, that's how you make speed upgrades for refined storage. Interesting. But these bandages are going to be needed now for making all these construction tool upgrades. So we're going to have to get ourselves our create factory built. We're going to need to get our PneumaticCraft building built. And this PCB, if you lube up an iron beam, shove it inside a pneumatic helmet and toss it in a pressure chamber, PCB. Yeah, if I can make this PCB, that'd be also quite good, because I think, what does his cone produce exactly? It produces empty PCBs and etching acid. Also a chance for compressed iron. So the etching acid would also be really good because later on we're going to need to be able to etch some PCBs, which are going to be needed for doing other things. For instance, more printed circuit boards, which apparently we can just buy off a villager, so maybe it's not as important. So I'm going to end it there. Hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. Hope to see you on the next episode. So without further ado, goodbye.